guess it might help if I put my headphones on here. Let's see. Let's go live. Hello everybody, how y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing good. I am, of course I would have a sneeze starting up. But oh well. So, gonna get back into Shadowbringers. Well, the Sorrow of Werlyt questline, more specifically. That's the one the one series I didn't finish when I did my 5.5 stream. So we'll wrap it up. Okay. Alright, give me a couple of minutes here to wrap the stream up, or not wrap the stream up. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. For the bonus, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's go. If you notice things changing around with my HUD setup, it's because I keep going back and forth to PC and the PS4. Okay, so I'm gonna assume we're back in Turncliffe. So that probably means we need to go to Porta Pretoria. Let's see how this ends. Yes, I still need to do some of these quests. Don't ask me why. Oh, there's two of them here. Probably the Resistance Officer. I think the War Machina Fanatic is the extreme version. But I need to do the regular. Yes, I've made me a little bit of punch here. Very good. And love you shall find a Equestrian Roll. That's the song I think that plays in Turncliffe. Alright, let's finish this. I wasn't expecting to see you here, considering all that's been happening about Eorta of late. Still, if you've a mind to assist us, we'd like to share the latest developments in Werlyt. As luck would have it, here comes the ideal person to explain the situation. Thanks. I'll take it from here. Monago! Oh wow. Glad to see you looking so well, Lorraine. Been too long, Monago. Yes, it certainly has. I haven't seen you around Ralgor's Reach much lately. Anyone would think you're trying to avoid me. Sorry, my key thing keeps coming through. Sometimes I like to save the screenshots, because as much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I'm afraid I've got some serious business to discuss. Following the liberation of Turncliffe, it seems the people of Werlyt also have their hearts set on freeing themselves from the grip of the Empire. Like-minded citizens have rallied under the banner of the Werlyt revolutionaries, and they aim to depose the 7th Legion that currently occupies the city. Their ranks include many former conscripts, and between them they possess no small amount of combat experience. The only thing they lack is someone to lead them. After much consideration, they decided to turn to none other than Gaius Balsar. Of course, many would balk at the thought of turning to a former enemy, and many did, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Wow! Gaius! Leading the revolutionaries. His reputation as a legatus speaks for itself, and as most Alamegans will attest, he was a far more reasonable and pragmatic leader than his predecessor, the Mad King Theodoric, or his successor Xenos, for that matter. But most importantly, he was the one who led the invasion of Werlyt in the first place, so who better than him to take it back? After accepting their offer, he requested the delivery of additional arms and provisions from the Alamegan resistance. Wow! Of all people, Gaius leading the Alamegan resistance. Or the revolutionaries. I mean, we've got our hands full dealing with the Telephoroi, as do the rest of our allies on Eorta, but we'll do what we can. When my comrades see to the preparations, I've been assigned to meet with him in person. I was wondering, could you accompany me to Turncliffe? Thanks, Lorraine. To be perfectly honest, coming face to face with the Black Wolf is a rather daunting prospect, even if he has supposedly turned over a new leaf. But I'm sure having you there will make a world of difference. I believe you're acquainted with our escort, yes? Let him know when you're ready to get going. I'm gonna have to take off my glasses for this one. Don't ask me why. I need to repair my gear. Oh, there we go. Not far from here. I would have a sneezing fit when I start to stream. Go figure. Just one moment. Excuse me, I gotta do some charging here. Okay. So to be a collection of reports written by members of the Resistance. It's provided invaluable information on the Ruby weapon, though it has light that the pilot was an orphan once under. There's a possibility he may betray us and return to the Empire, so he must be monitored closely. Name: the Ruby weapon. War Machina, the 7th Imperial Legion, successor to the Ultimate weapon. Our sources indicate that, like the original, it is able to absorb the ether of primals, see different appearance and combat capabilities. Its armor and flexible claw-like weapons. The deployment of the Ruby weapon marked the first known case of the synthetic aurosite system being used outside of Garlean territory. Combat data of Nael Van Darnus, former legatus of the 7th Imperial Legion, was used to enhance the War Machina's combat capabilities. Shortly after its deployment in the Gimlet Dart, a team led by the Warrior Flight intercepted Garland Ironworks carried a thorough investigation of the wreckage. Sapphire weapon. Name: the Sapphire weapon. The Imperial Legion is a successor to the Ultimate weapon. Second known case of the synthetic aurosite system being used in open combat, employing the combat data of Regula Van Hydrus, former legatus of the 6th Imperial Legion. Evidence indicates that the War Machina was in an incomplete state, and Oversoul was used to mitigate mechanical deficiencies. It was deployed off the coast of Werlyt and sent into battle with Garland Ironworks' G-Warrior, pilot the castle. It was then rendered inoperable, but structurally intact, with only superficial damage sustained. Emerald weapon. Name: the Emerald weapon. War Machina, developed by the 7th Imperial Legion, is a successor to the Ultimate weapon. The third reported instance of the synthetic aurosite system being employed in battle. Combat data from the legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion was used as the basis for its attack parameters. Our analysis concludes that any data Belisar commenced his invasion of Eorzea was lost following his defeat at the Praetorium. Therefore, the data used in the Emerald weapon must have been gathered in the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity. His gunblade techniques and tactics involving multiple soldiers bearing ranged weapons were incorporated in the War Machina's armaments, in particular the floating manipulators that could be positioned at various locations around the battlefield. The Emerald weapon is believed to have been transported from the Imperial base in Turncliffe to Castrum Marinum, where it underwent final adjustments. It was then finally destroyed in an operation spearheaded by Lorene Greatcastle. This time Name Melisandria, pilot of the Ruby weapon. All other information regarding the subject was gained via verbal testimony of Gaius Balsar, and must therefore be considered as potentially unreliable. Her parents were killed when their homeland in the imperial territory of Werlyt was struck by an epidemic. She was later taken into the care of Gaius with several other orphans. She was despondent and introverted at first, but through the guidance of Alphonse, the eldest of the orphans, she grew to become more assertive and self-assured. Little is known of how she came to pilot the Ruby weapon. According to Gaius, her emotional attachment to Alphonse may have been what compelled her to participate in this dangerous mission. A report delivered by Sid Garland following the preliminary examination of the Ruby weapon's remains states that Melisandria's body was fused with its core, with no vital signs detected. Estimated age at time of death, 20 years old. Pilot name, Recon. Pilot of the Sapphire weapon. All other information regarding the subject was gained via verbal testimony of Gaius Balsar. Born and raised in Werlyt until his parents died in an epidemic, after which he was taken into the care of Gaius in an imperial orphanage. Though he lacked the physical prowess of his peers, his high degree of dexterity made him ideally suited to maintaining equipment and similar tasks. Even after joining the military, he remained shy and withdrawn. However, on occasions where the safety of his to defend them. He later replaced the designated pilot of the Sapphire weapon, fellow orphan Rex, and was absorbed by the weapon's core upon activating Oversoul. Estimated age at time of death, 17 years old. Alright, for young kids to give their lives like that. Name, Rex, pilot of the Emerald weapon. All other information regarding the subject was gained via verbal testimony of Gaius Balsar. This former civilian of Werlyt was orphaned at a young age when an epidemic killed his parents. He was later fostered by Gaius and was raised alongside several others in an imperial orphanage. He was known for being extroverted and outgoing, and his lack of restraint often made him the center of attention. However, this was accompanied, and he would often confront those he believed were threatening his foster siblings with little regard for rank or social status. He later joined the Weapon Project in order to support his foster brother Alphonse. His final mission was to pilot the Emerald weapon, which ended with him becoming fused with its core and perishing shortly after. Estimated age at time of death, 18 years old. So. Hello! Thanks for the follow! I have a feeling this is gonna hurt. I have a feeling this is gonna hurt bad. Alright, let's get it. Let's go to Turncliffe. We'll all be praying for your safe return, although I expect you'll be perfectly fine even without divine intervention. I don't know about that. Okay, let's get this over with. Oh, there. Could have flown, but... oh well. Oh well. Another trip to Turncliffe, is it? Yes. This foreboding and depressing place. Oh, that's very beautiful. This reminds me a lot of a Mediterranean setting. Which I think I've said it before if you've watched me on YouTube, but... yeah. It's very modern-ish. It's really delves in with the overall mixed fantasy feel of this whole... okay. It's been a long time coming, but finally Werlyt will throw off the shackles of control. Many of my comrades were dead against all people lead the charge, but as I always say, if you want the job done properly, hire a... After all, I offered Werlyt once, so it'll be just as successful the second time. Alright, Gaius. This is gonna hurt, isn't it? Ah, Gaius Balesar, I presume. I come bearing the Alamegan Resistance's official reply to your request for aid. I see. You have my thanks. Does this mean we can finally make our move? With the assistance of the Alamegan at our disposal to stand a chance at victory. But lest we forget, the 7th Legion has been conserving its strength thus far, and we must be prepared for several severe casualties should its full might be brought to bear. If our lives must be the price of freedom, we will pay it willingly. Liberty or death. Liberty or death. Let me be clear, we Alamegans have not forgotten that it was you who led the invasion of our homeland. The blood of our fallen loved ones is on your hands. Yeah. Even so, the people of Werlyt chose you to lead the revolution, and we will honor their decision. I only hope they will not come to regret it. As do I. Should I be found unworthy of their trust, I shall submit to their judgment in whatever that may entail. Humbling himself. Forgive me, but might we return to the task at hand? I should have supplies from Alamigo. This way, if you please. Once again, I prepare to lead an army into Werlyt. The irony is not lost on me. It is the cruel twist of years of oppression should turn to their conqueror for salvation. For most of my life, I believed that only the Empire possessed the strength and wisdom to lead mankind, and only through great sacrifice could civilization hope to thrive. And so I led the conquest of Eorzea, forcing the doctrine of Garlemald upon the quote-unquote ignorant and uncivilized. In every territory, I sought out those with the potential for greatness, without regard for one's birth or circumstances, that they may serve the Empire. But there are those such as Valens who see being born Garlean a virtue in itself, one above all others. To think that a monster such as him should be granted the position of legatus and everything that entails, it makes my blood boil. Valens brings shame upon our homeland and makes mock of the ideals it once stood for. By my hand he shall pay for his foul crimes. We are running out of time, Gaius. We have to go after her. There is something I would show you, but not here. Come with me. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can adjust the screen right here. Just because it seems like it's a little bit dark for y'all. I don't know if it's playing out that way, but let me see. Anyways, let me, before I forget, let me, sorry about that. I'm gonna turn off the sound here. Give me just a second. I'm gonna see if I can't work the screen a little bit. Again, I'm quite new at this, so I don't know if I can. Right now. I'm sure there probably is a way, I just haven't found it yet. No, don't let me do that. I won't linger on it, just maybe a bit better, but yeah, it's just the night on this thing. Okay, let's continue this. Former Imperial conscript. I think he said that before. Yeah, he has. Why did Allie have to keep this all a secret? We could have helped her. Okay, Gaius. You must keep this to yourself. I do not want the soldiers to think I am being distracted by personal matters. This letter was found in her room. Oh no. Dear Father, I am sorry for leaving without saying goodbye, but the thought of Alphonse suffering alone is more than I can bear. For his sake, and for the freedom of Werlyt, I have decided to take matters into my own hands. Damn it. A way to save them, and a way to end it all. I have to seize this chance before it is too late. My mind is set. Please, do not try to stop me, Father. The days we spent together were the happiest of my life, and no matter what happens, nothing can take that away from me. With all my love, Allie. Damn it. She is heading for the 7th Legion stronghold in Werlyt. I am certain of it. Taking matters into her own hands. She must be planning to take control of one of the weapons. So, there is no time to waste. We have to mobilize our forces and save Ali and Alphonse. I want nothing more than to save them, but I cannot ask the Werlyt revolutionaries to risk their lives to rescue 2 Imperial soldiers. In any case, if we were to rush into battle without adequate preparation, the 7th Legion would tear our partisan army to shreds. Ugh. Damn it. I mean, he's right. He's right. Ever so pragmatic as he's watching his own kids die right in front of him. Almost too pragmatic. And as capable a warrior as Lorene is, if she were to charge headlong into the heart of the enemy, she would be overwhelmed by sheer numbers. But if we don't do something, Ali and Alphonse are as good as dead. I know, Severa, and so did Ali when she wrote that letter. Returning alive was never part of her plan. Save your kids! Can you hear me? I'm in Werlyt, just outside Castrum Colonum. All hells have broken loose. Valdolin. Oh, that must be the other guard. There was an enormous explosion, and through the smoke and flames, I saw what appeared to be another weapon. At this rate, the entire... Looks like the transmission breaks from there. Found it. You've lost the signal. This must be what Ali spoke of in her letter. A way to end it all. Collins and the others were planning this from the beginning. Yeah, because they took it as if it wasn't going to be them, it was going to be somebody else. Bring the weapon project to completion and use it to free Werlyt from the Empire, even at the cost of their own lives. If the revolutionaries were to hear that a weapon has been unleashed upon the Imperial headquarters, they would see it as the perfect opportunity to strike. If it's running amok, it may not distinguish between our allies and the Imperials. A large force would draw too much attention, but the 3 of us should be able to get close enough without it noticing us. It's true. See the gears turning in Gaius' head. Between us, we'll find a way to save him. I cannot allow it. This is my burden to bear, and I shall bear it alone. We're here, Gaius. We are fucking here. We're fucking here. We're gonna do what we can to help. Rest assured, I have everything. I'll have you know my record for surviving dangerous missions is impeccable. So far. I love seeing the Warrior of Light get cheeky. Even though I'm not sure this is the most appropriate time. Very well. For the time being, I will have the revolutionaries stand by and await my signal. An opportunity to reclaim Werlyt may yet present itself, but we must first be allowed to remove the threat of this new weapon. Severa, have Sid ready the G-Warrior. Oh, the G-Warrior. The G-Warrior. Once your preparations are complete, let us reconvene outside the hangar. Having so many alerts go off. Oh, I don't like that. Alright. Are you seeing dropped frames on my screen? I was getting such good frame issues. Dang it. I might end this and see what's going on with my stream here in a second. So I had my settings dropped down. That way I could output. Dang it. Because it's running well below my usual upload speed. I'm so sorry about that. How wonderful it is to see you again, my dear. I was beginning to think that you weren't coming back. Oh, you motherfucker. In my impatience, I may have vented my frustrations on that brother of yours. I do hope you'll forgive me. Lord Valens, you mentioned before that the previous weapons were merely prototypes used to gather combat data within their cores. Yes, very good. I see you were paying attention after all. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, the primals they absorbed and the data they accumulated will serve a singular purpose. The completion of my masterpiece, the diamond weapon. But while you and your siblings were able to retrieve the necessary data from the Ruby weapon before Gaius and his lackeys arrived, Sapphire and Emerald were handed to the enemy on a silver platter. Those worthless curs failed to meet even my exceedingly low expectations. As detailed in my report, I took it upon myself to infiltrate Gaius Balesar's band of rebels and reclaim the data. Yes, you have done well, my dear. My engineers have already finished feeding it to the diamond weapon. And all that remains is for me to assume my role as its pilot, and for you to release my brother and the rest of our compatriots, as per our agreement. Of course. A handful of savages is a small price to pay for your remarkable talents. But even though the weapons project revolutionary technology allows even an untrained pilot to fight with the skills of a veteran soldier, only the truly gifted can draw out the full potential of the synthetic Horusite. In addition to their physical attributes and combat prowess, I require unwavering loyalty before I can even consider entrusting a candidate with one of my creations. And you are everything I desire. Or do I have a feeling he's bullshitting? I am honored that you regard me so highly, Lord Valens. However, in return for my continued cooperation, I wish to propose an extra condition to our arrangement. I request that the people of Werlyt be given full imperial citizenship and the right to self-govern. My, how very bold of you. And quite astute at that. Yes, I could grant the people of Werlyt citizenship, if I so desired. Unfortunately, a mere legatus such as myself is in no position to simply relinquish control of imperial territory on a whim. Come now, we both know that the weapons are but a means to an end. She's cheeky. Your true intent is to march on the capital and reclaim it for yourself, correct? Once you have taken the throne, one small territory would seem a fair reward for those who played a vital role in the ascension of Emperor Valens. I say, for someone who's so sweet and innocent, you certainly drive a hard bargain. Very well, if it's Werlyt you want, it's yours. I'll soon have no need for the stinking backwater province anyway. And what about my brother? Oh yes, Alec. Or was it Alfred? Whatever his name is, you needn't worry. I've made special arrangements for him. He'll be perfectly safe, provided you uphold your side of the agreement. Excellent! Now let's get you aboard the diamond weapon, shall we? One step closer to my coronation. You motherfucker. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I know this isn't what Father would have wanted, but it's the only way. Please forgive me. Yeah. As soon as this cutscene's over with, I'm gonna end the stream for right now, just to see what's going on with my internet connection. Initiating the synthetic RSite system. All sensors activated. So far, so good. Diamond weapon, codename Xenos. Commencing activation sequence. So Diamond weapon has Xenos' battle data. Behold perfection itself. Now the Sandia, Recon, and Rex gave their lives. That others may live without fear. RSite is taking hold. I'm just glad that you didn't have to go through this, Alphonse. But you'll have to go on without me. You and Father must still work together to... Sorry, I can't be there at your side. This is the only way. Aww. What's that, my dear? Is something the matter? The diamond weapon is mine. Your tyranny ends here, Valens. Hell yes! Wipe that motherfucker's smirk off his face. Lowborn filth, if you think your little performance had me fooled, you are sorely mistaken. I knew you. What are you waiting for? Shut it down! Yes, my lord. Transmitting deactivation signal. It's not responding! Of course. Insolent. You can't wait. Bring her to me alive, even if it means damaging the machine. When I am through with her, she will beg for death. Meanwhile, here comes the brigade. No, I can't let it end like this. Mastan, Melissandia, Rakan, Rex, guide my hand. Alphonse, wherever you are, lend me your strength. Ready. Initiating over mind subject names. Holy shit, this is another system, ain't it? Overmind? What is that? Uh-oh. Oh no. Let it leave her safe. This can't be. It's ignoring the shutdown and signal and initiating overmind. But how? Care how? Stop before it brings down the whole Castra. Did she get him? I hope she did. I really fucking hope she did. Oh my god. Okay. Dang it. I wish the stream would be working good. Yeah, it seems like it's had issues the whole damn stream, so I'm gonna end it here for right now, and I'll see if I can sort my issues, and I might come back on later. But you all have a good night.